Our government will not stand idly by and allow a few with a clear political agenda to tear this nation apart. Under the circumstances, I hereby enjoin protesters and the organizers to suspend any further protests and create room for dialogue.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu addressed Nigerians after the fourth day of the hunger protest. However, many people say his speech lacked empathy and understanding of the people's concerns, as he mainly focused on the idea that the protesters were being sponsored.
For those who have taken undue advantage of this situation to threaten any section of this country, be warned, the law will catch up with you.
The protest continued in most states on Monday, August 5th.
It's not easy. Things are too hard. Please remove subsidy. Consider the nursing mothers. Please consider us. Things are not easy for us. I have to struggle to be here because I know what I'm also going through. Nigerians are suffering. We are crying. Please.
It's no secret that since Tinubu took over president, Nigerians have felt like Israelites in the wilderness. Except in this case, no manna from heaven to alleviate the unnecessary suffering. Shockingly, the government turned deaf ears and somehow made rice the solution to every complaint. According to an ex-user who wrote, Toyin Abraham, he has great plans. Tinubu's great plan. We are hungry, take rice. We are insecure, take rice. Low purchasing power, take rice. We need healthcare, take rice. Cut the cost of governance, take rice. Reshuffle your cabinet, take rice. Businesses are leaving, take rice. This convinced Nigerians that it was time to take to the streets. Suddenly, the government grew a pair of ears and a voice, and they have been trying to stop Nigerians from protesting ever since. On July 28, 2024, when the self-styled first daughter of Nigeria, Folashade Tinubu, stepped on many toes during a visit to Dosumu Market in Lagos, the Iyaloja General of Lagos urged market women to advise their children not to participate in the planned August 1 hunger protest. In her opinion, the country does not need a repeat of the 2020 #EndSARS protest. Not only that, the Lagos state government was making them proud, and her father would also make them proud if they were patient with him.
He's making us proud. One, they are making us happy. They gave us sense of belonging. So ẹ jẹ́ ká máa sọ fún gbogbo àwọn èèyàn pé prevention is better than treatment, is better than cure.
Among the many politicians who resorted to threats, the First Lady of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, posted an online photo of a garden and bountiful harvest. In the caption, she implied that Nigerians were poor and hungry because they refused to farm like her. But you all know that saying, a hungry man is an angry man. So there is no stopping Nigerians. Since August 1, 2024, millions nationwide have taken to the streets to protest against hunger with the hashtag Endbad governance. Will Nigerians achieve their aim before the end of August, or will the struggle continue? Will there be hope again in this present government whose only achievement is renewing the suffering of Nigerians?
Hello guys, it's Tico here for African Glitz.
Nigerians massively rejected President Tinubu in 2023. Their reasons were too many, from allegations of drug trafficking to a stolen name and educational certificate. But more specifically, Tinubu is more of a vegetable, an old man wearing pampers who cannot even walk by himself and sometimes babbles like a toddler. Many likened him to a child who should be in the care of someone, not ruling a whole nation. And only a year into his tenure, these sentiments still hold. Millions of Nigerians have plunged into poverty. Initially, people complained about being unable to afford non-essential goods and services like plane tickets and imported treats. Still, at the moment, many cannot afford food and shelter. Even the young are not growing anymore, as millions of children are reported to be dying of malnutrition and kwashiorkor. Gari, which used to be the poor man's food, is now a rich man's food. With nothing much to live for, Nigerians promised to take over the streets between August 1st and 10th, 2024, until the president does something about hunger.
Good morning, Nigeria. Today is the hunger day. we all promised you that we are going to be on the street of Abuja. And hunger has brought me out. I don't have money to buy fuel. I don't have money to buy whatever. There's total bad government. And I think I'm encouraging each and every one of us that the government has used propaganda, fake news to tell you that the protests have cancelled. Look at us on the street. The protests have not cancelled. We are on the street. It's 10 days. And if our demand is not being made, we will remain on the street till our demand is being made. Hunger has brought me out. Insecurity has brought me out. Poor housing has brought me out.
But rather than address the people and work out better ways to fix the serious problem, especially the rising inflation and recent tax and tariff policies, the government tried to stop it. First, federal government began to threaten government workers, threatening them to jail and sack trade union workers who joined the protest. Credible sources revealed that in the aftermath of the February 2024 protest organized by the Nigerian Labour Congress, the Lagos state government deducted 15,000 naira each from the salaries of government workers. This sanction may have gone around across the federation, and this time around, the government meant business. The Minister of the Niger Delta Development, Abubakar Momo, discouraged Niger Delta youths from joining the protest. Momo said most of the promoters of the protest are faceless individuals who reside outside the country and that they aim to destroy Nigeria.
Hungry day, hungry day, hungry day, hungry day, hungry day, hungry day. Hungry day, 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 hungry day.
Joe Igbokwe, the leader of Indigo in APC Lagos, also begged the Igbos to shun the protest because the leaders promised to deal with anyone who dares to try to recreate the EndSARS protest. The Senate President, Senator Akpabio, said he is not interested in regime change because it will affect his access to public funds. During the Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC meeting, he said, "All of us feel the impact of what is happening now, but we are aware it will be for a short while. Those who want to protest can protest, but let us be there eating." Akpabio later accused unnamed election losers of planning to loot the country under the guise of protest. Ayodele Fayose, former governor of Ekiti, urged the government on Channels Television not to allow a protest because it could result in a military coup. The Oni of Ife told the Yorubas that hardship is global and Nigerians are not the only hungry people globally. Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi said he, alongside the Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammadu Saad Abubakar III, and other traditional leaders across the country, met with Tinubu and he needs time to fix Nigeria. Sunday Igboho, the leader of the Yoruba nation, also came out to discourage the Yorubas from protesting. FCT Minister Nyesom Wike urged Abuja youths not to join the protest but instead to talk to the government. When all these attempts to discourage Nigerians fell on deaf ears, the Federal Capital Territory Police Command deployed about 4,200 policemen across the country to put fear in the hearts of Nigerians. Many of the 36 state capitals reported a heavy presence of policemen and soldiers. In Lagos particularly, police camped at the toll gate to prevent a repeat of the EndSARS protest. When these didn't work, calls for the protest only intensified. The religious leaders were allegedly recruited. On Sunday, July 28, 2024, many people reported that several branches of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, led by Pastor Adeboye, were sharing rice with members. The emergency rice sharing by RCCG to its members is a well-articulated campaign against the upcoming protest. They could not say it openly during service, an ex-user wrote, reminding everyone that Remi Tinubu is an ordained pastor under the church. Some online users pointed out that RCCG has been doing this for years. However, many people held on to their belief that it was a calculated move to discourage members from joining the hunger protest. On Sunday, August 4, thousands of RCCG members were spotted engaging in prayer walks nationwide. The government was not left out. Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki launched the second phase of the Christian feeding program, which will distribute rice to people. Mohammed Idris, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, also announced that 20 trucks of rice have been distributed to each state of the federation, and they were being sold for 40,000 naira rather than the market price of 100,000 naira. In addition, the First Lady said she will be given a 50,000 naira grant to 1,000 women petty traders. At the same time, the president announced the One Nigeria Unity Fabric competition in a bid to stop the protest. Again, all this did not work. The next move was for the federal government to start paying people to stage an anti-protest protest, many of whom sadly embarrassed them on TV. Several media platforms shared a video of anti-protest protesters complaining about hardship and their inability to afford gari.
No be say dem gather us, understand? If us no come and say this no protest now, problem go dey for the country. Because by the time say dem come and now say we want this one, want that one, you know go make them go do it too one. You understand? Because at the end of the day, some people that are there for your tire, it be like when you motor them will lose your tire. If you don't get that, then bring that. If you don't get that, they go lose your jack. Yes. So other thing to prevent it, is it not better? We should come out and say the country our mind. You understand? My mind now Gary cost. Don't only Gary, now anything. When guy, when we just small children, they tell us about the drink Gary, we go blind. Now we want blind man say they don't give us Gary. We not give us Gary. So I beg, we need Gary.
Popular social commentator Very Dark Man angered Nigerian youths by starting a solo protest ahead of the planned protest. Videos making the rounds on social media captured the shirtless social commentator standing on a black jeep on the street and holding a banner, Emilio Con. Is this your turn to suffer us, Mr. President? The banner reads, right on schedule, Nigerians stormed the street on August 1, 2024. Those who couldn't make it to the protest ground took to social media to protest. However, many complained about the unusually slow internet, spreading speculations that the government ordered the disruption to prevent Nigerians from amplifying their problems online. Many ex-influencers also woke up to blocked SIMs. Later, the Minister of Digital Economy, Bosun Tijani, claimed that the government had no hand in the internet disruption. On the first day, demonstrators in the northern city of Kano drilled the largest crowds, but the police were ready for them. They fired live bullets and sprayed tear gas and hot water to try and disperse protesters. At least 3 people were reportedly shot dead, and many others were injured. Looters also broke into a warehouse near the Kano governor's house. The police revealed that 269 looters were arrested, and the items, including cartons of 25 liters of groundnut oil, were recovered. Surprisingly, northern states were blowing hot, like Kano. Former President Buhari's home in Daura was surrounded by angry protesters. According to reports, the residents in northern Nigeria, including Kano, Jigawa, Yobe, and Katsina, have been placed under 24-hour curfew, and locals have been ordered not to leave their homes. The authorities say the curfew is necessary because hoodlums have hijacked the protest to loot and vandalize properties. In Delta State, protesters carried a mock Tinubu coffin on a keke napep. In the capital city, Abuja, police fired tear gas to stop protesters from marching to the city center and other satellite towns. In Port Harcourt, protesters marched and camped at the government house, demanding an end to bad governance despite the heavy rain. Governor Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers State was heavily booed after he offered pure water money to protesters and asked them to go home. There was massive drama in Yola, the capital of Adamawa, as hunger protesters and hired anti-protesters faced each other. In Edo State, demonstrators were seen removing banners of politicians campaigning ahead of the September 21, 2024 governorship election. We dey protest, not the campaign. When I know they feel our pain, a man could be heard singing in the background. In Oshogbo, Osun State and Ibadan, Oyo State, many came out in droves to raise their voice against hunger. Videos captured Muslim protesters praying on the protest ground as others protected them. Surprisingly, there appears to be no hunger in Kwara and Ogun State as people refused to come out. The southeastern states also have been missing in action as many Igbo people vowed not to protest in any capacity. Amidst the nationwide demonstration, there are reports that the Nigerian economy lost 500 billion naira on the first day of the ongoing protest. This is partly because many Nigerians closed their shops and businesses for fear of looters. Amnesty International also reported that security forces killed 13 protesters across Nigeria on the first day of the protest. While Nigerians promised that they will not back down, late MKO Abiola's son has insinuated that there is nothing like bad governance in Nigeria and it's just God testing Nigeria. During an interview with Channels TV on August 3rd, 2024, he said, "For things to get better, it must get tough," explaining that God is testing Nigerians with hardship and must pass the test. According to Abiola, Tinubu's presidency is divine and there is a hand of God in everything that is happening. For this reason, Nigerians must be very patient with the city boy. Senator Sadiq Sulaiman Umar, who represents the Kwara North Senatorial District, is also begging Nigerian youths to embrace dialogue and put an end to the ongoing nationwide strike. Ogun State Governor Dakwa Abiodun also claims that most Nigerians voted for Tinubu. At the same time, the governor said that Nigerians are sore losers and those unhappy that Tinubu emerged as president are sponsoring faceless, leaderless protests to unseat City Boy. The governor said that anyone wanting a regime change must wait until 2027. 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi says he has been following the protests from his home. This movie has been commended by many who believe the government is looking for any avenue to blame Obi for anything that goes wrong with the protest. However, while speaking on Arise TV on Friday, August 2nd, 2024, Obi urged President Tinubu to show leadership and address the nation.
I've been in Onitsha since yesterday. After my visit to the School of Nursing in Benin, I've been in Onitsha here, observing what is happening and everything. I first want to thank the protesters around Anambra that has been peaceful, and I believe to most parts of Nigeria it's been peaceful. My message first is what I said to the protesters, that their demand, which is legitimate, must be within the law. We must do whatever we do as a law-abiding citizen who has always respected the rule of law. I want people to stay within the law even when they make strongly their legitimate demand, which everybody can see in the nation today. And my appeal at this period is for the president to address the nation.
Finally, on Sunday, August 4, President Tinubu addressed the nation. Sadly, he did not satisfy Nigerians with his statements about how to feed the nation or plans he is putting in place to make life easier for his people. So, on Monday, August 5, the protest continued, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. However, it was not as hot as initially in Lagos, Abuja, and other southern states.
Talk.
Hello, Mr. President.
Okay.
In my country, we don't need a rice, we don't need a beans.
Yes, sir.
This is the first time a rich man became president in 1960.
Yes, sir.
You are a rich man.
Yes, sir.
You make us cry, we make you laugh.
Yes, sir.
In hope we choose you.
Yes, sir.
And in hope we will change you, inshallah.
Amen.
You make us cry, Mr. President. You are a rich man. You say you don't need any money. But life is too cost.
Yes,
nothing reduced in my country. Everything increased. We are dying. Poverty and hunger. We thank you, inshallah.
Thank you.
Just like a burning fire, will it grow bigger again if the government doesn't do what is necessary? We guess time will tell. Tell us guys, do you think this protest will result in positive changes in the country since the government and the people are wiser now after the EndSARS protest? Do you believe the people's cry will fall on deaf government ears as usual? Finally, how long do you think Nigerians will keep protesting an end to hunger and bad governance?
Share your opinion in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please comment, like and share. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be notified every time I upload a new video so that you don't miss out. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.